Like every sport you're talking about, like football, baseball, just whatever other sports, they're thriving in America. They were invented here. And, you know, soccer's growing here, like you said, but I've accepted that it's never going to be as big. And then Lee was saying, do I get mad when World Cup time comes around and people
jump on the back? Yeah, like with every fucking sport, bro.
Yeah, but
when the Rams were playing, a bunch of blondes with Ram shirts on, they don't even know what a fucking Ram is. You know, nothing bothers me more than that. We were talking about concert shirts the other day on the podcast, how these new kids are just wearing shirts. They go buy a $40 concert shirt and take them aside.
That makes you bad.
Give me 2 fucking songs from that album, and I'll suck your dick right here. They'll start stuttering. How can you represent?
But Joey, suppose they don't want a blowjob. That's why they're stuttering.
Who the fuck knows? You know, who doesn't want a blowjob unless you're fucking, who doesn't want their dick sucked? Everybody wants their dick sucked. Right? Everybody wants their candy stroked. Even fucking Jesus wanted a blowjob.
I don't know, Joey. I love you, but if I was wearing a concert T-shirt and you say you offer me a blowjob to name 2 songs,
not me.
I'm gonna forget the 2 songs.
I'm gonna get somebody else to suck your dick.
Oh, okay.
But it's so weird how we just don't. Soccer is growing, and I'll tell you what. That same thing I saw in Hudson County in 1975 or whatever it was. Today, that same park has 6 or 7 soccer fields lighted. They look like something. My buddy's the assemblyman, so he redid that park. Half the park, they took away the baseball.
Is he?
It's soccer.
Is he? Where is he? Your buddy from?
Jersey. We grew up together.
Is he American?
Yes.
Is he
Italian.
Like what? He's Italian. Oh,
he's Italian, but he knew that that's what our town is. Come on, North Bergen, Hudson County's got to be 60% Hispanic.
Right.
You know, so what are you going to do? In fact, football is down in this country.
Oh, right.
I believe soccer will grow now because it's an activity that parents will put their kids in.
Yeah.
Look at the number of football programs now for kids under 12. I guarantee it's not what it was 10 years ago because parents aren't putting their kids.
Yeah, they're worried about injuries and shit like that.
Injuries and shit and brain damage. Yeah. So I think soccer will, that's another option, you know, instead of football, it's going to be soccer now.
Right.
Soccer, baseball, basketball, you know, it'll get bigger.
And I could be wrong. What you were just saying about how the NFL does so much more than the UFC. In like Europe, doesn't soccer or football do way more than the NFL? Like, aren't the stadiums huge?
It's huge. It's huge.
But the NFL does great over there. Look what happened a couple of weeks ago.
Oh yeah,
when the Red Sox played the Yankees in England, right?
No, yeah, they're thinking about moving an NFL team to England.
It's huge.
Yeah, I mean, with TV and the way everything is, like sports can travel, and sometimes it's a novelty to get like an American game there. So everybody's like, this game is going to happen one time here, so everybody comes to it. And then when you go to Europe, I was in Europe doing shows and I saw LeBron playing high school. His last high school game was on TV on a cable channel in England. And I was like, I mean, a high school fucking kid, you know what I'm saying? Like he was that big. So, you know, sports travel, man. And then a lot of soccer players are friends with a lot of NFL players and basketball players. Like they talk on Twitter, they go visit each other, and they're like cool, like the big European stars, like the Neymars and the Messis and the Ronaldos. They know people over here. They know, you know, the Currys and the LeBrons and all that shit. So it's kind of really cool. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's. I mean, it's not as big as people would want it, but it's making leaps and bounds.
Yeah, I accept that.
In the last 30, 40 years, it's made a lot of fucking leaps and bounds. Do you still play soccer at all? You ever get out there?
Nah, my knees are bad.
That's it?
Yeah.
So now it's just stand up like a motherfucker.
It's just stand up like a motherfucker, yeah. Like, the last time I got an injury, Joey, I didn't even fall. I just played that day, and on purpose, I just played lightly, and my leg was fucked up for 3 months. Like, I couldn't even walk. And, like, when you just get unexplained injuries, like, I didn't... He's flinching.
Well, no, I knew he was gonna fall on me, but he was readjusting and just popped out.
It's hilarious.
Oh my god,
he's terrified over here, y'all.
Yeah, I know. I definitely have. What is it? Munchausen's? Like, what syndrome do I have?
You got every fucking syndrome. You understand? You got more syndromes than syndromes.
Jesus Christ.
Who gives a fuck at this point? Inhale that. That's good for you.
No, I'm not. I'm never gonna breathe your farts in.
That's good for the bronchitis. You know, look, your bronchitis went away.
Yeah, he just cured something.
Yeah, because I stopped doing the bong. Oh my god!
Stop doing the bong hits. Because you inhale these things. Look at you, see? And it cleaned out your lungs.
Yeah.
These farts are tremendous.
Yeah, you look healthier now.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you do. Where's that fucking bug?
You getting a workout, a fart out, everything.
God damn it, Joey.
What, the special, you excited about it?
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
When was the last time you put together a special? A couple of years ago.
No,
the
never.
CD was with Conan.
The CD was Conan, and I never had a special.
So this is your first special.
First special, man.
One of the best guys working today, one of the best joke writers in the business, and they treat you like fucking Magumba Jones. You know what I'm saying?
I know. It had to be, it's just if it wasn't for like the support of, like, you know, I write on shows and stuff, but it's the support of like people like Rogan, you, like Tosh and Burr, you know what I'm saying? Like comics that people respect, and just other comics too. Like they'll help you out more than like the industry sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Which is the industry's job sometimes. You know, comics with power, have control, they have their own podcasts and shit. They're like, fuck it, you should have something, or you should have this. And I like the community of comedy for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have people on your podcast, including me, and you help them out, and they come on, and then they get more followers, and all of a sudden the agency wants to help them more because they see that their following is growing. So I just like that comics have more control now and more say.
You know, part of comedy is doing stand-up and writing jokes. And, you know, in this life, you're not going to like everybody.
Right.
You know, life isn't that fair. I wish you could like everybody. But for the most part, there's a handful of comedians, and we all get along. And you look out for each other, and you live and die for that motherfucker.
Right.
And that's part of this job, is encouraging. Especially once you get past 40 and you're longer in the tooth than the young guys. Sometimes going up to a young guy that's doing comedy 3 or 4 years and tapping him in the shoulder and saying that's a funny joke is better than going to Montreal.
Yeah.
It's better than getting a role in a movie, you know. It keeps you going.
Validation.
The validation from your peers keeps you going.
Yeah.
You know. I hate when somebody sends you a tape and makes you validate them, like makes you say something.
Yeah.
I can't say something. I got to see you 20 times.
Yeah.
I got to see you with different audiences at the store, how you tackle when you have to follow. Fuck, when Chris Rock walks in. And so you were supposed to follow fucking Johnny Dorr or some fucking guy, and all of a sudden Chris Rock's walking. And you got to adjust your game.
Right.
And all of a sudden I'm sitting in the back and I'm like, God damn, Ian went up there with no fear.
Right.
He said, fuck Chris Rock. And he went up there like fucking a savage, you know.
We're going in like fucking Marines, you understand me?
Welcome to church, motherfucker.